Friendlies TV, your home of thrilling highlights, expert analysis, and all the action from the world of sports. From local legends to global headlines, we bring you the energy, passion, and the game straight to your screen. Let's talk sports. Of course, today I have a guest. Our guest will introduce himself, and I, as you know me, I'm always Felix Makona. Don't forget the name. Our guest is Zablon, and he will introduce himself before we continue.
Thank you very much, Felix. My name is Zablon Kengara, and that is my sign. I'm happy to join you today in Sports City program. Thank you very much.
Okay, as again, we welcome you to Science TV. This is where we'll be talking a lot of sports. We will start from the Kenya secondary school sports games that are playing in Kakamega, that is the Western region. Before we talk about CHAN, remember it is our first time as Kenyans hosting this CHAN. It is hosted at Kasarani and Nyayo stadiums here in Kenya respectively, but the game will start today at 8 p.m. in Tanzania. Of course, our counterparts, that is Uganda, will also be hosting some of these games. So it is a three-nation team that is co-hosting these CHAN games. Welcome to Science TV, and let's start.
Thank you.
Of course, today we start by the Kenya Secondary School Sports Association. Their national games were held in, that is Kakamega County, that is the Western region. And these games brought together rugby, we had volleyball, we had football, and of course, we shall be talking talking so much about that is football. That is where everyone will want to know, because the talents that have emerged here in Kenya, like Kibet, was from these the same games, of which he was to join St. Anthony, but due to some reasons, he could not join. So the competition started on 29th, and it is ending today with the final set to happen today. Of course, we will be taking you through all this, I and my guest. So let's start. Today on Saturday, the 2nd of August, 2025, the Kenya Secondary School Sports Association, the national games, have seen some exciting matches. That is from 29th. Of course, today is the finals and the last day of this competition. And in Rugby Sevens, we have Kinale Girls. Kinale Girls were crowned champions after defeating St. Joseph Girls Kitale, and also St. Peter's Mumias. They won the boys title, that is the Rugby Sevens. In football, we have Kirangari High School that was playing in the semi-final, and it was a 3-3 draw with Highway Secondary, while Garissa High School lost to Musingu High School 2-9, and Agai Mixed Secondary School defeated Moi High School Mbiruri 1-0, and additionally, St. Joseph Boys Kitale won against Serani Boys 3-1. Of course, I would like to ask you one question. These games have been there, and they have been helping us to source the talents. Do you think, what can Kenya do more so that we get more talents, like the talent that is now playing for Celta Vigo B, that is in Spain? It was from the same sports. What is your take on this?
Thank you very much, Felix. Honestly, today is the final day for the Kenyan secondary school sports. It has helped Kenyan and Kenyan people to see, because this is a high school sports where we notice talent, and it can, so that people can see and also pick the talent and join into some groups. Kibet, like the Kibet that you said, he was formerly noticed from the same high school competitions. and we saw the skills and the talent, so that is where he was picked to represent. And now we can see he's in Spain. Yes. The team in Spain, it's something Vigo, right?
Yeah, Celta Vigo.
Celta Vigo.
Yeah.
Yes. So now these sports, it's very important for Kenyan, so that we can identify skills, and it can also identify talent, and they can actually improve their skills, and it will help them in their future.
Now, okay, that is football, and remember, the football final has not happened yet, and we will be waiting for the results. Maybe it is playing right now, but before we end the show, I will be here to give you the results. Moving on to other sports, we have the volleyball, and this is the girls' final result. We have Kasogon girls, that's from Nandi, and Kwa Hanzande girls, that is from the coastal region. Kasogon girls managed to beat this Kwatanze girls. In the first set, they beat them 25-17. In the second set, it was 25-6. Then in the final set, it was 25-16. And Kwatanze girls are volleyball girls champions. And that is the good results we can talk about. You know, volleyball girls, I will say, this one is my general overview, is that we usually go with the longest players. You know, volleyball, it depends on how high you jump and how high you perform. So we can say it is performed in the air rather than the ground. What is your general view on this volleyball? Because I believe Kasogon girls were capable of jumping higher than Kwatanze girls from the coast.
Thank you again, Felix. My view on this women volleyball, it focuses on the height of the ladies. So the more the tall, the more the team will be best. If the team is best through the tall players, it can win easily. It can perform best. So my general view, you know, in Kenya, we have it is the best volleyball team in Africa.
Yeah.
So it will help and also motivate women volleyballs in Kenya to see that there is a lot of skills and emerging talents that are there in high school. So it will help also identify the skills and talent so that they can join in the national team for future. And also, we know in Kenya, it has also been represented in the world because they have participated in Olympics, and a lot of women. We've had a lot of women in volleyball. So probably one day in future, this is a very positive thing for Kenya because we see a lot of emerging talents, and they will be selected to join the national team in future. So that is my general view.
Okay, going back to soccer, that is on the girls' side, the final was taking place, that is from around 12. That's when the final checking of the documents and everything to make sure that the players are authentic and they are students was taking place from 12 p.m. And now I believe the game is in action. The two teams that were playing in the finals on the girls' side was Butere Girls, was playing against Madira Girls. And I will be giving you the updates because I cannot give the updates before the game is finished. Then the final on the side of boys, that is soccer, Musingu Boys was to play St. Joseph Boys Kitale. And remember, I will be giving you the updates if there is anything that is happening on the field. Of course, on the side of rugby, the one I told you is Kinale Girls were crowned the champions after defeating St. Joseph Girls Kitale in the Rugby Sevens final. On the other side, St. Peter's Mumias won the boys 7th side title. So that is it, and I request our viewer, may you send in your comments. Let's know what information you may want to know. Let's know what do you want to hear from us, because we may not have said everything here, but remember we have our socials. That is the Science TV. That is Science TV on Facebook. We have Twitter at Science TV Kenya, TikTok Science TV, and we also have Instagram at Science TV Kenya. Send in your comments. Let me know what you are thinking about these finals, especially in the boys side, whereby Musingu Boys is playing St. Joseph Kitale. St. Joseph Boys Kitale has a lot of talents, the same to Musingu Boys, and we will see who will be crowned the cock of the day. So, leaving behind school games, I would like us directly go to Chan, because that is where our focus is. Remember, we are hosting as Kenya, and Chan, remember, it is our first time we have been given this chance to host the Chan, and we should take it with a lot of seriousness. Of course, Kenya will be playing tomorrow. Their first game will be against our neighbors, that is Congo, our neighbors from the west, that is Congo. And remember, the game will be 3 p.m. at Kasarani grounds, Kasarani Stadium. Let's meet there. Remember, our president has already said that we are all backing the Kenyan team. We wanted them to at least continue to a place where they are seen as the real competitors. You know, in group stages, we have been placed in a group of death, but I think we are going to perform really well. So today, the games are commencing today. That is in Tanzania. Tanzania will be the opener of the game, whereby Tanzania will be playing Burkina Faso. That is 2 p.m. This 2 p.m., not 2 p.m., 8 p.m. At night. And 8 p.m. at night, if we look at the general overview of these two teams, I will say when you look at Tanzania and Burkina Faso, I will say Tanzania, they have really shown good type of football, but again, Burkina Faso are on a good track, because most of their games they have been winning, but I believe Tanzania, because they are hosting, they are going to win their first game. Maybe you give us your view. How do you see this game between Tanzania and Burkina Faso?
Thank you again. My general view and my understanding about Tanzania and also Burkina Faso, I know they are both strong teams, but my feelings, I think Tanzania will win because they're in their home ground. And also, you know, Chan, many players are from the home ground. As you know, Tanzania players, many are from they are not locally, they are sourced internationally, so maybe it can equip the teams to beat Burkina Faso. But Burkina Faso, I know there are some players who are international also, so that is my general view. So I believe Tanzania will win, but it will be a tough game.
Okay, that is true, because the last game Tanzania played against Burkina Faso, it was a 2-0 win for the side Burkina Faso, and I think Tanzania will be looking to remove the curse by beating them at least, let's say 2-1, but I believe Tanzania cannot lose their opening game. Of course, we are going to look at the possible lineups of these two games, of course, Burkina Faso and Tanzania. When I look at Tanzania, in the goal, we are going to have the most renowned and popular goalkeeper, that is Chalamanda. Of course, on the left side, that is the left back, we are going to have Masinde. And then on the central defense, we are going to have Lewi and Nangu. Of course, not forgetting Msindo on the right back. Then in the midfield, you are going to have Sereri. Then Bajana, of course, we have Noshad. Of course, as a winger, we have Edgar. Then we have Kiswanya. Of course, we have Joshua on the right winger. Of course, when you look at the Tanzania lineup, they will be using a 4-3-3 system. That is the lineup. The build-up will be a 4-3-3. And of course, on the other side, Burkina Faso, they will be using Mare as the goalkeeper. Of course, they will have 3 defenders, Soso, Guiro, and Otara. Of course, Dango Otara has been in the EPL for some time. Then we have Maiga in the midfield, not forgetting Petropia. We have Toure. Then we have Beguin. And then, of course, at the right wing, we have Kotara. Of course, in the striking role, we have Belen. Of course, and then we have JC. Yeah. How do you see this side? Because Tanzania is using a 4-3-3 system. Then Burkina Faso is using a 3-4-3 system. Do you see the midfield of Burkina Faso overpowering the midfield of Tanzania? Because having 4 people in the midfield against a team that is competing at the highest level, that is the CHAN, you see, we say the midfield is the one that wins the game. So do you see Burkina Faso overpowering Tanzania because of the midfield?
I think no, because midfield, there are 4 players. So it will depend on individual skills. But I feel normally the 4 players, 4-3-3 format, sometimes the threes will move forward and backward. So probably it will go to 5. So it will be hard to defeat Tanzania. So it will depend on the Tanzania team, because they are looking to win. So I know they will be winning.
Okay, that is true, because Tanzania, one thing I think of Tanzania is that they are at home, and it is the first and it is always the opening game of this competition. So I think they can look to win it, or if it is bad, it could be a draw. So give us your general prediction. Let's say if Tanzania will win 2-1 or Burkina Faso will win 2-1, tell us, let's know your prediction as a guest.
So in Africa competition, they don't have a lot of goals. So probably I'll say Tanzania 1, Burkina Faso 0. So that is my prediction.
That's your prediction. I say Tanzania will win 2-0, God willing, because Tanzania are at home. So directly, let's move to the next game. The next game will be on Sunday, that is tomorrow. Of course, that is Kenya and DR Congo. Of course, we have been placed in the group of death. I want to name the teams that are in the group of death. There are 5 teams. That is Angola, DR Congo, Kenya, Morocco, and Zambia. My guest, can you at least tell me, do you see any chance of Kenya qualifying even from the group stage? Because being given Angola, Congo, Morocco, and Zambia, I see Kenya and Zambia here, or Angola, are looking to be the underdogs. Of course, on the other side, I see DR Congo and Morocco going to the round of 16. What is your view in this group?
Okay, personally, as a Kenyan, I believe that Kenya as a team will qualify to round of 16. Because yes, we know our group in the group stage, it's a very hard teams. Yes, but more players are just sourced locally. If it's mixed with local and international, maybe it could have a lot of confusion, because the players who are there are sourced locally. So I think Kenyans will win to round of 16. Just my prediction as a Kenyan.
Okay, me, I can say in this group, I don't see our chance, but what we can try is, because next Kenya is playing, tomorrow is playing Congo, after that we play Morocco. Tomorrow, the best Kenya can produce is maybe a draw, because this Congo side, I remember the last time we were playing against them, they beat us. Now, next when we play Morocco, I know that is Morocco are ahead of us. I remember in the last World Cup, Morocco even tried to beat Spain, and it went up to quarterfinal. No many African teams have gone to the quarterfinal of the World Cup. That means Morocco in Africa is ranked the highest, because it has really tried to challenge European clubs in the World Cup. And then if we play against Zambia, there we can manage a win. And then against Angola, I think it is, let's say, a win again or a draw. The baddest we can do with Angola is a draw. And then, of course, DR Congo tomorrow will be the opening game, and I see Kenya can try to win to impress our hearts. Of course, looking at the possible lineups of these two teams, I will say Kenya, of course, Kenya, we lost Bajaber to Simba. Of course, he still had that injury, but what I can assure is that Benjamin McCarthy, as our manager, has managed to do something that we can call a good rebuild of the team, and we still have hopes in him. He can at least help us to win something. Of course, the Kenyan teams that was selected, Michael Olunga, that is forward. Of course, our goalkeeper will always be Matasi, I think so. And of course, when you look at this possible lineup, you can see Kenya, the way Kenya is behaving, our lineup doesn't have that strong starting lineups. And I will say this is because some of the players are injured, some of the players are on international duty. Then maybe we start with Odhiambo as the goalkeeper. Then in the midfield, let's have, in the defense, let's have Omurwa and Eric Otieno, then Oyembe. Of course, at the right back, we have Onyango. Then in the midfield, let's use a midfield of three. We have Odada, and then we have Odhiambo, of course, Akumu, Abuya, and that is the winger now. And we have Avire. Then our striker, we can manage to use Scriven. Then before we talk of Bajaber being injured, I would like you to ask you one thing. Give us the general overview. What do you see? What will Kenya bring against DR Congo? Remember, DR Congo have been beating us over the years, but I will ask you, do you see a shift in the results? Because this is a point it has reached that Kenya needs results. That's not a joke. We need a result now, because this is a serious competition. And one thing that is that we are looking at, we have been given that opportunity to host. Do you think Kenya will use that opportunity that we have been given to at least perform to another good level?
Thank you again, Felix. Yes, I know as Kenyan people, we are hurt because Mohamed Bajaber, he's the best player to represent the Kenyan team. So recently, Simba from Tanzania, they picked Bajaber.
Yeah.
Meaning Kenyan, that's a loss for Kenyan, for our key player. But I think Simba as a team needs to wait until Chan finishes the competition, and then they can pick Bajaber. But right now, it's a loss for a key player to Kenya. But either way, I understand I understand that they need to move and they need to hustle. And I think they have another key player who is the top scorer for last season, Ryan. Ryan. I think he's also a good player. So I think he'll help the Kenyan team to win and defeat Congo. Because a lot of fans will be flocking to Kasarani. Maybe this will add more pressure to players so that they can play a very strong game, because I know Congo has really been beating us, but right now maybe it will be it will be a change. So I'm hoping to see that Kenya tomorrow wins the game.
Yeah, that's true. And Kenya and DR Congo, one of the best things is that we are using the same lineup, that is 4-3-3. They are using 4-3-3, Kenya is using 4-3-3. That means it will be a balanced field and it will be having a lot of defenses, because you make a mistake, you are beaten. Do you think that should be a game that you defend more than you score? Because I think Kenya and Congo will fear each other, because this is a competition. It is not like the other competition we have been having. This is a matter of death, of being live and death. So do you think Kenya and Congo, if they are using the same lineup, if that is, if anything doesn't change, do you see Kenya really beating Congo or Congo beating Kenya? Give us just your general overview before we give the final prediction.
For me personally, I know the format is 4-3-3, similar to the Congo. So I feel Kenya will look to defend more, because when you see a strong team, they plan on defense. So they really defend more. So a lot of players will be coming back to defend. But if they find an opportunity on a weak link, probably they can push and score. As you know, our coach has a lot of experience with many teams, a lot in South Africa, also in Manu.
Yeah.
So his skills will help us to really improve the team, and where he sees the problem, he can find an opportunity to really cover up so that we can win.
Okay, I will say
tactic. So he'll be using a lot of skills and tactics to help the team really get a win against Congo.
Yeah, I will say July this year, Chad, we won against Chad. That is, Kenya won against Chad 2-1. And the other friendly game, it was a 0-0. Before that, Gabon had beaten us in the FIFA World Cup qualification. That is the CAF Group F. They beat us 2-1. I remember Aubameyang converting a penalty. Of course, Gambia versus Kenya, it was a 3-3 draw. And then before that, we had other international friendly games whereby Zanzibar managed to beat us. We both had red cards, and they managed to beat us 1-0. I will say with these results, Kenya have been improving so very well, and I believe tomorrow is a win for Kenya, if I'm not wrong. But
true,
if it is going to be bad, Kenya will be a draw. I will say if Congo are that bad, if Congo are very, very bad and they want to beat us, let it be a draw. We cannot accept to lose, and we are hosting. Also, they are playing on our field. They can't beat us at home. That is a stand. Even our president himself met the Kenya Harambee Stars team, and he promised them up to 600 million if they manage to win this competition. Of course, it is very, very possible, because no one will refuse money. Everyone wants money, everyone wants funds. And these Kenya Harambee Stars have been having problems when it comes to funds. Do you see the president is the solution to the Kenya Harambee Stars lack of funds?
What is the question again?
I'm asking, is President William Ruto the promise he gave of 600 million if they manage to win this competition to the Harambee Stars? Do you see it is the funds that were hindering these players from performance? Do you see the money being a motivation for them to win this competition?
Yes. Normally, when the money is there and the promise is there and the gift is there, you said nobody hates money, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So if that will be a motivation. Kenyan economy is very poor and it's very challenging. So if they have been promised a 600 million, that's a very big promise and that's a very big money. So there will be a lot of motivation and they will be very active and they will work to secure a win and to see the money come in because of the money. So I think it will because the money will help them in their lives. So
okay, the next game tomorrow will be Morocco against Angola at 6. Of course, our game against DR Congo will be played at 3 p.m. Then at 6 tomorrow, it will be played at the Nyayo Stadium. Of course, because the game at Kasarani is starting at 3, you can manage to travel and go and watch the game that against Morocco, that the game between Morocco and Angola that will be playing at Nyayo. That 1 hour, because it is on highway, it allows you to travel from Kasarani to Nyayo. Nyayo is in town and Kasarani is along Thika Road. So you can manage to travel because the game at our game between Kenya and DR Congo will start at 3 and end at 5, around 5 or 5:15 there if there will be delays and all those. Then the other game between Morocco and Angola will be starting at 6 sharp at the Nyayo Stadium, and that 1 hour is enough for you to travel and go and watch the other game. So before we go to our break, I would like you to give me general overview between Morocco and Angola. Of course, on my side, I see Morocco beating Angola. That is obvious. What do you see?
that is true. It's a must. Morocco have a very good resource. You know, last time in the World Cup, Morocco entered into a semi-final. Semi-finals. Yes. So this shows that they have skills, and also it will be easy to beat Angola. So Angola, it doesn't have like performance to show off against Morocco.
Yeah, that's true, and I agree to that. Of course, the last game tomorrow will be played at 8 p.m. That is Madagascar will be hosting Mauritania. Of course, the game will be at 8 p.m. Your general comment about this? Me, I see Mauritania. This looks like a draw of 1-1 or 2-2 because these two teams, I can say in this group B, they are the most underrated, and I can see a draw because these teams sometimes they usually pull surprises. What do you see as your general view?
The both teams, I haven't seen a lot of competition from them. So this means both teams and also are in the group that is their favorite. So our group is at all the teams are they compete very highly. So for them, for Madagascar and Mauritania, they can go a draw. So I think it's a draw, as you said.
Yeah, that is true. I will wish to for us to take a short break, but before we take a short break, send us a message, a text message, send us your feedback. Let's know what you are thinking, because Kenya is going to play Congo tomorrow. What is your view? Maybe what will you want to know about the games that are continuing? Our channels are Science TV, that is Facebook. Twitter, we have at Science TV Kenya. TikTok, Science TV Kenya. Instagram is Science TV Kenya. Please send in your comments as we analyze and we give you feedback right here on air. I've been your host, Felix Makona. My guest has been Zablon. We are taking a short break. When you come back, we shall be talking about the friendly games. We shall be moving to the European clubs, whereby we'll be looking at the EPL clubs. We talk about the friendly games that are played over the weekend. We talk about Arsenal being beaten by Tottenham. Then we also talk about Liverpool. They have resurrected again. We saw Florian Wirtz scoring. Of course, Manchester United thrashed Bournemouth 4-1. We shall be talking about all this. This is Felix Makona, and our guest is Zablon. Of course, we are going to our last segment, which is the transfer news, and not forgetting the friendly games that played. Remember, the English Premier League will be back on 16th. That is this month. On 16th, it shall be in 2 weeks' time. And we are delighted that the friendly games are back again. And these friendly games, we shall be looking. The first one is Liverpool. Liverpool managed to come from behind to beat Japan side, that is Yokohama FM. This Yokohama club managed to lose to Liverpool, and of course in the first half they were winning it. And I wonder how Liverpool, through their youngsters, that is Ngomoha and the other youngster, they managed to put Liverpool in front again. Of course, the young signing, Florian Wirtz scored. So I will ask you, is the Florian Wirtz coming to give Liverpool another title again? Because he has started scoring after the fans had said that he has already flopped.
Previously, the Japan team, I saw it was an easy team, but let us look at a player against a very strong team, a very strong competition. We will know Liverpool. We know is a strong team, so that could have been a very huge embarrassment if they lost against the Japan team. So let us see if all the players come back, and we see if he can manage to help the team win.
Okay, that is true, because Liverpool are looking sharp this season, and maybe they are looking to win their second title consecutively. Of course, last year they won the EPL, and they won it so clearly with some points ahead of Arsenal. But we as Arsenal fans, we are not disgusted by that. Yokohama FM, that is 3-1. Another game that played in the friendly was the mighty Manchester United managed to beat Bournemouth 4-1. That was Rasmus Højlund scored in the 8th minute. Of course, we had Patrick Dogu scoring also in the 25th minute. Of course, Amad Diallo added another one in the second half, that is the 53 minutes. Of course, Ethan Williams from the academy managed to score the last one in the 72 minutes. On the other side, Mathis de Ligt scored an own goal, and that was counted on the side of Bournemouth. My question to my guest, do you see Manchester United rising from the position they finished last season? Because this is the pre-season already. They signed 2 players, that is Matheus Cunha and Mbeumo. Do you see these forwards helping Manchester United at least finish top 10 or top 4 next season? Do you see Manchester United around there next season?
Okay, thank you very much. Personally, I doubt Manu. I don't think they can come back to top 10 or top 4. because as you saw last season in the league, Man U finished number 16 in the league, somewhere there. I think it was 17, 15 or 16th there. Right now, Man U has played a friendly with Bournemouth. It's a 4-1. It's just a friendly. It's just a friendly match. But for Bournemouth is a very strong team. Maybe they just saw it as a friendly. On the league, it will be a very different ball game.
Yeah.
I think it will just stay the same. It will be below. It will be top below 10 because 2 players have joined. Yes, to Man U, but for the most time, players from best players, they come from from other teams. When they join Man U, they drop. They flop in the Man U.
Yeah.
So I'm just telling you, I doubt they can come back to top 10.
Me, I believe in Manchester United because Manchester United sometimes we thought they were down and they beat Manchester City. That was in the FA. They also beat Arsenal. So Manchester United is always a team that you could look up to when it comes to results. And this, the ending season that ended in May, they had a final with Tottenham and they were beaten 1-0 by Tottenham. So I wonder, Manchester United have been in many finals, but let's say they can perform when their time comes, and their times will really come because they will, because no one at this point wants to sign for Manchester United, especially the players. We have seen Gyökeres head to Arsenal at the last game, which is Arsenal versus Tottenham. Of course, Arsenal made a mistake when David Raya stepped forward, maybe to distribute the ball to the defense of Arsenal, and surprisingly, Tottenham got it through Pep Marsa, and when David Raya was not in goal, they managed to score perfectly. That was a perfect goal, a perfect mistake from David Raya. Let's, maybe our guest, do you see the game against Arsenal and Tottenham? Was it a fair game?
Firstly, I'm putting the blame to David Raya, because when you see an opponent player, why do you give him the ball? And secondly, about fairness of this competition, I don't think it was very fair, because when Raya gave the ball, made a mistake, Lewis from the opponent and Ricardo made a fall, but the referee just allowed the game to continue. So I don't think that was fair. If there was a VAR there, I think that goal could have been cancelled because of that foul. So I don't think that match was really fair.
Yeah, it is true. The game was not fair to Arsenal because we thought that they were going to capitalize on it, and maybe they could have won it so comfortably because Arsenal were pressing, possessing, and trying to get shots against the Tottenham side, but they managed to lose the game. Nice beating Sheffield United. That was a 3-2 win for Nice. Nice from France, Sheffield United is from England. And then AS Monaco from France all beat Torino. Torino is from Italy, Serie A. Of course, Alaves beat Girona. Girona beat Alaves 1-0. It was derby, of course. That is a Spanish. Those are two Spanish teams. They are playing a friendly. Real Sociedad with the red card managed to beat Osasuna 4-1. And those two teams are from Spain. West Ham versus Everton. It was 2-1 win for West Ham United. That was a friendly. These two teams are both from England. St. Louis managed to be beaten by Aston Villa from England 2-1. Then Path Glory and AC Milan beat Path Glory 9-0. This was a fantastic friendly, and I think AC Milan managed to use all their strength, because after this they were beaten by I think before this game they won against Liverpool, but before playing Liverpool they had played Arsenal and they were beaten 1-0. Of course, another game where Barcelona, through their stars, Lamine Yamal, Pablo Gavi, and all those stars at Barcelona, name them, they managed to beat FC Seoul 7-0. What I can say about this game, Lamine Yamal scored 2 goals. Of course, this all highlights will come to you after we finish the transfer. So let's look at the transfer because of time. It is 3:34. So Kepa Arrizabalaga, we start by the Arsenal signings. Kepa Arrizabalaga signed for Arsenal in a 5 million deal, pounds from Chelsea. Then Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad joined Arsenal when they triggered his release clause of 51 million euros. And of course, Christian Norgard from Brentford joined on a 15 million pound. Noni Madueke from Chelsea joined for a 52 million pound. Christian Mosquera from Valencia joined Arsenal in a 13 million pound. Victor Gyökeres joined from Sporting Lisbon. You know that mask guy is Victor Gyökeres. He joined from Sporting Lisbon. Then Jorginho went to Flamengo. Kieran Tierney went to Celtic. Of course, Nuno Tavares went to Lazio. Then Marquinhos went to Cruzeiro in Brazil. Takeru Tomiyasu was released on a free. Then Thomas Partey was also released on a free. Do you see these incomings to Arsenal, helping Arsenal? You know, Arsenal have finished second 3 times consecutively. Do you see these signings giving Arsenal the title come next season? Especially Arsenal has been playing without a striker. Now they have Gyökeres, a natural number 9. Do you see him helping Arsenal win?
Yes, honestly, because many people call us
Butlers.
Netflix. They call us Netflix, like
Yeah.
next season, Netflix FC. But right now, I think Arsenal will win the EPL, because it has been like that time consecutive without a win. We didn't have a striker for the 3 season consecutive. So right now we have like a very nice defense, and the midfielder it has been revamped. So, but the forward has been very weak. So right now, I think Victor Gyökeres coming to Arsenal, joining Arsenal, it will make a very perfect team. So I'm telling you, Arsenal will win come next season. So I believe, that is what I believe.
Okay, and that is the hope of every Arsenal fans. Moving on to Chelsea, Jamie Gittens signed from Borussia Dortmund in a 51.5 million euro deal. And of course, Joao Pedro from Brighton signed for Chelsea in a 60 million pound deal. And not forgetting Liam Delap from Ipswich, then Estevao Willian, who had been signed 2 seasons ago and loaned back to Palmeiras, will be joining. They paid for 29 million pounds for him. Then Dario Esugo from Sporting Lisbon is also joining Chelsea in a 18.5 million signing. Not forgetting another RB Leipzig star, that is Xavi Simons, is joining Chelsea. Here the deal has been agreed. It is just formal steps that are remaining for Chelsea to formalize their deal. Now, Chelsea won the Club World Cup, beating PSG. And do you think Chelsea will continue with the same pattern now that they are back into the EPL and they will be competing for the first position come next season? This season they managed to finish top 4, and I think next season Chelsea are going to win. Do you see these signings helping Chelsea maybe now to transform the energy to the English Premier League and win the Premier League next season?
I think it's possible for Chelsea to win. they can finish top 4, not winning but finishing top 4. Yes, it is possible, because previously the World Cup, they won the World Club, so and again they finished top 4. So you know, many times Chelsea have done a lot of signing, a lot of good players, perfect players. They have the numbers, but it hasn't really translated to the field. So they haven't really met the objective. But they can finish top 4. That's a possibility for me.
Okay, I believe also Chelsea are in a pole position to win competition next season. Now, finishing with the Liverpool transfers, we have Milos Kakes joined from Bournemouth, that is right back. We have Florian Wirtz joined from Bayer Leverkusen in a £116 million deal. We also have Jeremy Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen in a £29.5 million deal. Of course, we have Mamadashvili joining from Valencia in a £29 million deal. We have Ugo Ekitike from Eintracht Frankfurt, that is in Germany, and is joining on a £79 million deal. Of course, we have the last one, Alexander Isak, is on the line of joining Liverpool. Do you see Alexander Isak coming again and joining forces with Ugo Ekitike to make sure Liverpool win their second title this season? Do you see that happening?
It's a 50-50 chance. Liverpool can win next season, but for now, Liverpool and for the sign up of Victor Gyökeres of Liverpool, I think it will be a very hard competition for Liverpool to win this season. So it will be like last time. Liverpool will just go to the league, and then when it comes to the mean, because they have really done a very good signing in, so it will be a very hard competition for Liverpool this season.
Okay, it is true, because every team is making sure that they sign the players and the right players, because even small clubs like Brighton, Aston Villa and Brentford are eager to enter into the market and get what they can get to make sure that they don't drop from the English Premier League. Remember, the English Premier League this season will be very competitive, with the likes of Tottenham strengthening. We have Chelsea, we have Manchester United, we have Arsenal, we have Liverpool, we have Manchester City. These all clubs, not forgetting Newcastle is still there. Even if they lose Isak, Newcastle is still Newcastle. So I think the EPL will just be so competitive. Your last view on the general competitiveness of the English Premier League. Give us your last view before we finish, because I can see time is not on our side.
My view currently on the EPL, they've done a lot of signing a lot of good players from outside. So moving forward, we will be enjoying a lot of matches moving forward. So this time it will be a very high competition than the previous seasons. So, but again, I'm telling you, Arsenal, as I said, it won't be Netflix as normal. So Arsenal this time round, I think we are just hoping to see Arsenal win moving forward.
Okay, it is my prayer too, but whatever happens, and ours is just to wait and see the entertaining games in the English Premier League. Remember, on 17th, Manchester United will be hosting Arsenal at Old Trafford. Give us your prediction.
I'm telling you, Arsenal and Man U. Arsenal has always beaten Man U. I think from 2022, from 2022 up to date, most time Arsenal has really beaten Man U. Draws has been very few. And again, with the signing of Gyökeres, this will add more power, and will definitely win on the date 17 that coming forward. So I think it will be a 3-0 win for Arsenal.
Yeah, it is my prayer too, but our guest has already said, and I think Manchester United can win at least, can beat Arsenal, even if Arsenal win, but Manchester United, I know they will answer with at least one goal. You know, they have Bruno Fernandes, they have new signing Mbeuma and Cunha. So I see it is something like, if Arsenal will win, it will be a 3-1, but remember, Manchester United are at Old Trafford, so they will be trying to defend that. They will have that home advantage, and they will try to defend it.
So
with
that's why I said 3-0. So
yeah. So thank you, our guests, for making time to come to the show today, and welcome again. This is Science TV. When you make time, make sure you come. We talk matter sports. I can see you are very enthusiastic about sports, especially you are supporting Arsenal. And Arsenal, everyone supports it. We should not be biased towards Arsenal, but it is a good team when you support it. But the only thing that is hindering Arsenal from being seen as the top team is that they have not won major trophies since they won it unbeaten in 2002 and 2003, 2004 season. So it is just a matter of waiting, and if we are going to wait, we are going to win it. I would like to end the show from here, but I give our guests 1 minute. May you give us your last thought or the parting shot. May you give us your last thought generally on the sports.
Thank you very much. And this is my first time to be on Science TV. Thank you very much for inviting me on Sports City show. My last parting shot will be, today as Kenyans, we are hosting CHAN. So let us, all as Kenyans, please support our team. Let us encourage our players. Let us represent our country, because we are hosting we are hosting this in Kenya. So let us come with a very optimism. Let us support our team so that it can have morale and compete on the highest level. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's meet at the Kasarani Stadium tomorrow at 3 p.m. when we play against Congo. Thank you for making time, and welcome back again to Science TV. Our viewer, this is the end of the show. We'll meet again on Monday, God willing, to continue from where we left. Continue watching Science TV. Science TV is the best.